Hey everyone, I'm Suede Wanamaker, and welcome to Cinematic Vault. This is a space for cinematic storytelling, fan-made, reimagined, and brought to life visuals and narration. Every project you see here was carefully written, built around emotion, myth, and meaning. Today we are going over the eighth story in the Godzilla cinematic universe. Now sit back and let the vault open. A story of devastation, accountability, and sacrifice. This is Rodan, Wings of Consequence, a fan-made film story written by Suede Wanamaker, realized with AI visuals and AI narration.
The clouds above Mount Aso boil with volcanic breath. Below, industrial machines tear into sacred rock, drills echoing through a landscape once ruled by silence. Deep beneath the mountain, something ancient stirs. A fossilized nest is unearthed, wings preserved in stone massive, delicate, forgotten. Overhead, a lone helicopter cuts through the sulfur-thick air. Inside, Hidemi Ogata watches in silence. What was once green has become gray. Then, the mountain shudders. A violent tremor splits the ridge. From its heart, molten fire bursts skyward, followed by a deafening scream not heard in decades. The sky darkens. Wings eclipse the sun. Rodan has awakened. Kumamoto City, sirens wail. Skyscrapers sway. A sonic boom shatters glass for miles. Rodan dives, wings outstretched, a comet of fury. His presence tears the air. The people run. The military scrambles. Jet fighters streak in, burned from the sky before they can lock on. Hidemi watches from the ground, frozen. Memories flood in. 1947, the fire of Gojira, the night her childhood ended. Rodan vanishes into the clouds. Silence falls, heavier than the rubble. Mayor Shinji Kato stands at a podium, sweat clinging to his brow. Cameras flash. His words are calm, composed, meant to soothe. But the images behind him betray the truth. Footage leaks from within the excavation zone, ancient bones shattered by dynamite, the fossilized remains of something once majestic. In a quiet lab, Dr. Arata Miyagi examines the scans. They reveal a nest disturbed beyond repair. Rodan's mate, her wings, pulverized by greed. Hidemi Ogata types her findings in the dark, the glow of the screen illuminating her face. The report never makes it to print. Outside her hotel, protesters chant. Inside, the silence deepens. Far away, Kaori Inoue kneels at her family's shrine. She lights incense, not out of ritual, but mourning. The mountain's guardian had been warned and ignored. The Yatsushiro industrial zone hums with relentless momentum. Conveyor belts rumble. Smokestacks churn black into a smog-choked sky. Above it all, Rodan circles, silent, watching. A sudden gust, a piercing shriek, then obliteration. His wings tear through the sky like scythes, generating shockwaves that flatten buildings in seconds. Metal crumples, concrete turns to dust. When the smoke begins to clear, Hidemi Ogata walks among the wreckage. Ash clings to her coat. The weight of realization settles like the dust beneath her feet. Dr. Arata Miyagi approaches the edge of a molten crater, gazing into what was once a factory floor, now a glowing scar. Rodan doesn't roar. He doesn't speak. He judges. Flashback, 1947. Young Hidemi grips her father's hand. Buildings crumble around them. The fire of Gojira's breath burns into her memory. Present day. For the first time in decades, Hidemi Ogata addresses the world, not as a spokesperson, but as a survivor. Her broadcast is raw, unfiltered. She speaks not of fear, but of responsibility. In the capital, the transmission is abruptly cut. Mayor Kato's orders echo through government halls. But the truth is already in motion. Clips of Hidemi's message spread across airwaves, shared through radios, televisions, and word of mouth. In the countryside, Kaori's family hears her voice through a crackling speaker. The message is clear. This is not a natural disaster. It is a reckoning. Her family turns away, refusing to leave, refusing to change. Kaori, quiet and still, lights a candle at the family shrine. Not in protest, not in defiance. In mourning. The military fortifies the coast of Fukuoka. Towers rise. Sound cannons hum with charged energy. Heat-seeking flares shimmer in the air. Interceptors stand ready. Rodan draws near his path steady, unrelenting. Drawn not by vengeance, but by something older. A pulse, a memory. Hidemi Ogata and Dr. Arata Miyagi break through the barricades. Their urgency is visible, their warnings desperate. But no one listens. The operation proceeds. Then activation. The trap is sprung. Cannons blare across the shoreline, sound waves tearing through the sky. Rodan answers, not with retreat, but with a scream. Not one of pain, but of pure, elemental rage. He descends like a meteor. The industrial zone collapses in minutes. Fires ignite. Chemical tanks explode. Hidemi shields Kaori with her body. Dust blinds her. Heat singes the air. A beam falls. Kaori is frozen in place. Then, a sudden rush of wind. Rodan lands before her. He shields her from the collapse with his massive wing. Their eyes meet just once. Not predator and prey. Not monster and girl. But survivors. Rodan, scorched and bleeding, limps into the sky. He flies not toward the city, but back toward Mount Aso. Helicopters follow, but can't keep up. In a final flight of staggering beauty, Rodan spirals through the clouds. Embers trail behind him like tears. He reaches the caldera, his grave, his womb, his home. Rodan folds his wings and falls into the fire. Ash rains down on a changed world. Mayor Kato resigns. Factories shut down. Investigations begin. But it's too late for the dead. Kaori walks the ruins barefoot. She places a single feather shard and massive on the shrine outside her village. Dr. Miyagi returns to Infant Island. The wind carries news of another guardian lost. Hidemi writes one final piece. Her voice narrates, Rodan wasn't a monster. He was the storm we made. And in his wings were the warnings we ignored. Rodan, wings of consequence. The fire we unearthed. If you enjoyed this journey into forgotten legends and untold worlds, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Ring the bell so you never miss a new upload. Thank you for stepping into the vault where every story leaves a mark.